my spooky babies, this is your paranormal pal and we're back with another video. But before I start anything, I want to show you guys my new little baby. Her name is little Wednesday Addams. And my friend found her in her backyard and she's just the sweetest little baby. Except she's kind of a parrot and she likes to climb. Today we're going to talk about Zodiacs and why they are... A lot of you guys are probably going to get extremely upset with me. There's multiple reasons actually why dabbling in things like astrology and getting into zodiacs is extremely dangerous when it comes to paranormal situations, which I will explain further in a video in a different day. Rude! I was actually an expert, I would say, in astrology and in zodiacs, and I put probably a good 2 years of my life into studying and doing research and reading books and learning everything I can about sun position, moon position, your cardinal sign, your moon sign, your sun sign, all of those. So 2 years into my research, a scientist and psychologist came along and explained why there was a 13th zodiac. So people started freaking out and there was pandemonium and they were changing their zodiac signs. And everybody started to fit in with their zodiac sign. Or was a Cancer, might be a Gemini now, or might be a Leo, or so on, a Virgo, or so on and so forth. So people started saying, oh, this makes more sense now, that makes more sense now. Psychologist slash therapist slash scientist came back and said, just kidding. It was basically an experiment that he and a team of other people did to see if zodiacs were real or not. And here's why they aren't. There's multiple studies that have been done that you could do research on yourself. Literally, just look it up. There is thousands. People will find little bits of information that they identify with and say that they are this thing. This is why the 16 different personality types like ENFJ, INFJ, ENTP, all of those, many psychologists and psychiatrists don't believe in them because people cannot be put into categories, and zodiacs is one of those things. Now I will do a two-part to this, talking about why horoscopes are a no-no, but this one is just about zodiac signs and how they are not real. If you're somebody that is obsessed with zodiacs and obsessed with your sign specifically, if you look past your obsession, which is very hard for people, let me tell you, it was very hard for me when people would try to tell me you're not a Cancer, zodiacs aren't real, it's not a thing. It was hard for me to look past it, but now that I'm over the zodiac thing and I realize how bad it is and how much it doesn't make any sense and how it's just scientifically not accurate in any way, shape, or form, I'm now able to see that I'm like every single zodiac. I can find something in every single one that I identify with. So let me unplug my dying phone and look up traits of different zodiacs and tell you which ones that I have. We'll start with Aries.
Adventurous, energetic, pioneering, courageous, confident, dynamic, and quick-witted.
Personally, I think I'm quick-witted. I get that a lot of people are like, you're super quick-witted. I'm also courageous and extremely confident. Tauros.
Patient and reliable. I'm reliable. Warm-hearted and loving. I'm loving. Persistent and determined. I'm both of those.
A Gemini.
Adaptable and versatile. I'm both of those too. Communicative and witty. I'm witty. Intellectual. Youthful and lively.
Cancer, which is technically what I am.
Emotional and loving. Intuitive, imaginative, shrewd and cautious, protective and sympathetic. I am far from sympathetic. I know people that thought they were Cancers that were far from sympathetic. Protective. Depends on if I like you or not. Shrewd and cautious. Not really, I do a lot of stupid fucking shit. Emotional and loving. Loving? Not so much. Emotional? Maybe.
Leo.
Generous, warm-hearted, creative, enthusiastic. Broad-minded and expensive. Faithful and loving. I'm broad-minded and expensive as fuck.
For Libra.
Diplomatic, romantic, charming, easygoing, sociable, idealistic.
I'm idealistic, sociable, and diplomatic, so I guess I'm also a Libra. So far I'm only just not a Virgo. And I'm not gonna go through all of them, but I could sit here and tell you now that I'm like the majority of them. And honestly, if you open up your mind, you'll find that you are too. Zodiacs are something that people use in defense of them being over emotional. So people use zodiacs as an excuse to not see a therapist or not see a psychiatrist for their problems. Zodiacs are excuses to be towards people. Zodiacs are extremely harmful. It also excludes you from being friends with certain people or judging certain people right off the bat or things like that. Zodiacs are not correct. They're not helpful. And like I said, it is scientifically proven in multiple different studies that people like to put themselves in boxes because it makes them feel comfortable. Being a Cancer, I thought my extreme mood swings and my attitude towards people was just me being an emotional moon crab. If you guys would like me to give more insight into this, I would love to. Sorry this wasn't like super spooky paranormal, but like I said, this is a paranormal based channel, but also a scientific based channel. And I don't want people going around thinking that Zodiacs are an actual thing when in reality it's been proven that they're not. And if you want to continue to identify with the Zodiac, that's fine. But if you do your research and you open your mind a little bit, you'll realize you probably fit in with at least 6 or more of the different Zodiac signs. So don't forget, if you ever have a question about anything paranormal or you want to discuss with me, you can comment below or comment on my Tumblr or my Twitter. So, this is your Paranormal Pal, and have a spooktacular day, my spooky babies.